I'm convinced that America hates black mothers. I'm convinced. My loves, it's your Melodic girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some commentary on a story that I'm recently just finding out about, okay? So before I hop into my commentary, pause, let me take my gum out. No, listen, y'all. I saw this and immediately was like, girl, let me get up. Girl, get up and go ahead and say what you got to say about this, because I've been seeing this all over. Like, when I tell y'all the society hates black women, specifically black moms, this story further proves. This story, look at how cute this bun came out, y'all. This is the cute bun. This story just proves that for me. Honestly and truly, I am so disgusted. Before I hop into my commentary, just a moment for the two children who are the victims here. Okay, let's not just breeze over that. They are the victims. These were children who could only do what the mother and the father decided. Okay, it's not like they were adult children who can get up and move away. They were, you know, responsible to take care of these children, and they both failed. They both failed. Now, I'm gonna say I'm processing how I feel about this in real time, but sometimes you gotta get the raw. Sometimes it's okay to come with the raw. The mother was living out of a room, it seems like, and then she eventually moved into a hotel, but it wasn't enough to sustain herself and her children. She had, I think, two of the children. I think she has 3 children altogether. Perhaps 4, I'm sorry, y'all. And they were living in hotels. She couldn't sustain it, but then also too, she started living outside of her car. Now, when she was living in her car, she's in Detroit, a very, very cold place. And they were living in their car, or sleeping in their car, I should say, at a casino parking lot. And she said she was waking up her son to go to school, and he wasn't getting up. And the woman tried to perform CPR on her child, on her son, like, please don't do this to me, don't do this to me. And she's, you know, trying to wake him up, and she performed CPR, several rounds with CPR for him, because she didn't know what was going on, because she is and works as a CNA and a medical assistant since 17. That's key. We have to circle back to that. And, you know, lo and behold, she realized that he was no longer breathing, he was no longer there, and then she called the authorities. She takes the children, both the 2-year-old and the 9-year-old, to the hospital, where they both declared that they had they were unalived due to hypothermia. Now, she goes along to you know, she's in hysteria, obviously, because she couldn't afford this. Sometimes or another, she would be in the same car with her children and her 2 older siblings, or, you know, 2 siblings that she's taking care of, and they're all living in a car. And even with all of those people in there, it's still not warm enough to keep her children alive. All right. So hypothermia, I had no clue what it is, girl. I had to look it up. I know it has something to do with just being cold, but the real definition is hypothermia happens when there's a significant and potentially dangerous drop in the body temperature. The most common cause is prolonged exposure to the cold. Some of the symptoms are going to be, you know, drowsiness, confusion, slurred speech, memory loss, loss of bladder control, and everything like this. And to the point, and there are several different stages of hypothermia. So like mild, severe. Obviously severe is when you're experiencing frostbite. And I'm curious to know, I'm wondering if it was frostbite, you know, hypothermia, maybe they were in the car for long periods and long stretches of the times. Now, I don't know how the shelter system works in Detroit and what access and what resources this woman had, but apparently she was in communication with the child's father, and she reached out to the child's father asking, hey, listen, can you get them? And, you know, apparently he said no, he couldn't, because he had to go to work and stuff like this, or whatever the case may be. And he stood there and said, nah, I can't. And I want us to now get into the video that I saw just so we can have context. Let's get into it.
Wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked everybody, even people out of state. But I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me. You know, people just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to...
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
See, I saw it. That's what I saw, about 3 months. But she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she did not. And she knows she could have, like we always used to do.
He says the last time he held his children was a month or 2 ago, and that they typically FaceTime, moments he will miss. And there's a, police investigation into this. What is it you would like to see come of this? Obviously, nothing's going to bring back your 9-year-old and your 2-year-old.
It doesn't even matter to me. Can't get them back, so it's whatever.
Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
This man deserves to be in jail. This man deserves some sort of something. I don't know if we need to just bring back shame altogether, because the fact that he sat there and said, well, she wanted me to just get them versus just get them because they're homeless and they're cold. But the whole thing is, you knew that she was homeless and your children were homeless, and so much is happening here. So I want to get into the man, because you knew that your child's mother was homeless. She asked you, could you get them? She needs help. I can't do it. And your only response was, no, I can't because I have work. No, I can't because of this, that, and the third. And, did not want to offer any type of help or support to this woman that has your 2 children. You were at the gym, you got off the treadmill. So you're out, you're living your life, right? You're out, you're living your life, and you're going to the gym, making sure your heart is good and strong. And you know that you have children out here who are homeless. Now, I'm not saying, because this woman obviously had different children, other children or whatever. I'm not saying you had to take care of everybody, but surely, there can be a pool of resources. There can be a pool of just empathy. Yeah, come here and get warm, bitch. We live in Detroit. Y'all probably lived there all your life. I know it's cold all your life. And it was just a straight up, no, I can't. Well, she didn't tell me that they were cold and it was home. Well, what did you think if you know that they've been homeless for 3 months? And this is the thing when people are like, oh, you don't ask for help. And then when you try to ask for help, people don't really want to be there. And what I've learned about working with DV situations and experiencing DV situations, people always want to say, oh, well, just let me know and I'll be there. But when it comes down time for it, they don't even want to pick up the phone because I ain't got time for that shit. I got my own shit going on. The worst thing that you can do for somebody that's in a desperate, dire need situation is pretend to be an outlet, to pretend to be a resource. And I would much rather respect you to say, no, I can't, because at least I don't have in the back of my mind, oh yeah, Sherry down the block said I can come in case I need be. When Sherry knows full well, bitch, you not coming over here with you and your kids. So the father stands there emotionless, blaming the mother when she's obviously saying, listen, I did the best I could. I did the best I could. I didn't want to give my children up. If that was the case, she would have signed over her kids. If that was the case, if she was one of those kind of moms, she could have signed them over. And then here's the thing too. We as a society judge mothers who give up their rights. We judge the moms who give up their rights. Oh my God, well she just gave you up. She ain't even try. I ain't no real woman. That's what. But when something like this happens, when an incident like this occurs, then it's, well, if she couldn't handle the kids, why she ain't give them up? Why she ain't make them wards of the state? At least they would have been alive. So she's trying the best she can to keep her kids until now had come to this fateful moment. She would have been judged if she would have got rid of the kids. And even if she tried to do that, what was the baby father gonna be? Because he was over at the gym with his treadmill. And all of the burden falls down on the mother. This is striking me so hard right now because, bitch, girl, excuse me, I'm not calling you the B word, Miss Hattie, if you hear, because I know it's a couple of older women, I don't want to say elder, the seasoned women, you're here, I love you down. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying, like, girl, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And society as a whole is so broken when this woman is actively working as a CNA and a medical assistant, and she can't find affordable housing. And she's working, and she's sleeping in her car with her children because I don't want to even give them to the system because the child care system is broken. And I don't want my kids going through whatever they may go through. At least I know I can keep them here with me. We might be cold and homeless, but at least we're together and we're safe enough. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is America. This is America. That father sat there blank, accusatory, emotionless. She could have told me. She just told me she just wanted me to get them and just get them. Apparently you haven't seen them for a month or a month or two. So if she did just want you to get them just to get them, why was that an issue? And you know that she's homeless. And if she's homeless, that means your children are homeless. What is wrong with these men? What is wrong with these people that don't understand all that it takes? People are, people used to make fun of Mexicans and, Asian people, Vietnamese, and they all living together. They all in that one house. Hell, because it's hard. It's hard. And so they pull their resources together so that they can have a life worth living, a quality of life. Versus people who, your family, as soon as you turn 18 in the black family, they putting you out, possibly beforehand, and you out to the wolves. You gotta figure it out. You can't get no roommate because I don't like that bitch. You can't be around my man. You move in with a nigga, he start beating you upside your head. You can't get ahead because people don't know how to come together. Even if they're no longer together in relationship, she is still the mother of your children. You still have kin and connection to her. Make sure she's good. Vice versa. Make sure he's good. Make sure you're active in your children's lives. This system don't give a nothing. That's why she kept her kids in that car, because she didn't want to take her chances in the system. I dig it. This is so fucked up, y'all. And this is really, just unfortunate. So many times we see stories of either women going into psychosis, unaliving their children in this, but why should he never reach out for help? We see women trying to keep their kids together, sleeping in the car, the kids pass away. Well, why should he never reach out for help? Because the help isn't there. The help ain't real. And this is why I'm telling any woman under the sound of my voice, girl, nobody's coming to save you. Get into position to save yourself always, to not even need to be saved or to be rescued. So that way you can align with other women and y'all can create a community together. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, we have to put our resources together. And sometimes resources don't always necessarily mean money. People think, oh, you're trying to get a couple dollars. No, a resource is time. Okay? Compassion, care, going the extra mile, concern, empathy. All of these things play a part in how people show up. I just really feel that like this world, this capitalist world has gotten us to be so individualistic that you can have a mom and a dad be so at odds that they can't even come together for the sake of the children, to the point where the mom is sleeping with the kids in the car and the dad at the gym and he just don't know. Well, she just told me to come get him and I said no. It's bigger than you, yo. This is the thing. Like, y'all, I'm gonna just let it go. I'm turned up. I just wanted to come here today and see what you guys think. What's your response to this? How can we move forward from this? What does it look like to really show up and be in community for people? You know, it's hard. It's hard out here. And I just want you guys to love on your loved ones. That's all. That's it. This is so unfortunate. And it's a shame that those children was failed like that. From the parents to society to anybody else who was around who didn't say nothing, who just said, oh well, fuck it, I got my own shit going on. That's what they want us to be, y'all. They want us to be overwhelmed with everything else, so that way we can't be in community and we can just individually just pop shit, just fall off. I want to know what y'all think about this. Jail for that man, that woman. I don't. If not jail, public shame. Something. That's what it said. So all that other stuff. Then that's the thing. Yeah, well, she didn't tell me that she needed help because she was in the car and homeless. So all that other stuff, you don't mean. What do you mean? You know she was homeless. What you know they in Detroit. That's all. That's all. That's it. Sometimes people have a hard time even asking for help because they don't want to go and deal with the disappointment of being told no. This is disgusting. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, girl. What can we do? What are ways? Drop it in the comments, something that you can do to show up and be in community with people that you care about. How can you do that? For me, I know my ministry is to, one, find resources for people. That's something I'll do quick, bitch. I'll open up Google so quick what you need, because sometimes the people are going through so much, they don't even have the bandwidth to stop and think and let me get this number for you. Whatever it can be. It don't have to be, I'm gonna give you $1,000. That's the thing, we always think it's so big. It could just be being kind, treating people with integrity. Hey, you know I got some extra little so-and-so and so-and-so. So yeah, I heard so-and-so got some extra clothes. You need some blankets? Listen, you can't stay here because I'm to the max, I'm to capacity. But since we in the crib, you can have some extra sheets. This is disgusting. Let me know what y'all think. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.